there, I want to spend a few moments. I had a couple questions about absolute value. So what I created here is a very basic worksheet to sort of show the difference between using relative and absolute values when you're working with formulas. So in this worksheet I have items A, B, and C. I'm not creative, so I couldn't actually think of items to sell. So we're going to say the first item cost each item costs $5.50 a piece, and the quantity purchased. So if I want to figure out the total price for that, obviously we could do this in our heads, but to create a formula, I'm going to do the equal, click this cell, and then multiply it by the quantity. Now I could very easily type those numbers if I wanted to. However, I want to use cell references here so that if either of these two numbers would change, it will automatically update the answer. So I'm going to press enter. So what I will do is I am going to use Control and the tilde key, and you can see that I have put in this formula that will multiply B4 by C4. So because basically the same technique is used to carry it down, what I am going to do is click in the corner when I have this thick plus sign. If I pull down and then let go, you will see that this is a relative number. So it changed relative to the row it was going to be in. So for item B, it's now B5 multiplied by C5, and for item C, it is now B6 multiplied by C6. So that would be a relative value. Now, if I want to figure out the sales tax, once again, these are easy numbers, so it would be easy enough to do it in your head, but for demonstration purposes, I have my sales tax in a cell by itself. So what I'm looking to do is to multiply the total price of an item by your sales tax. So what I'm going to do is type the equal sign, click this cell with the total price, and then multiply, and then I will click the value for the sales tax. Once again, I could type the 6% in, but if you have it contained in a cell, if the sales tax would change for some reason or another, it would automatically change everywhere that this cell is being referred to. And I'm going to press enter. So as you can see, there will be 66 cents sales tax on item A. So I'm going to expand it again so you can see the formula. So we have D4 multiplied by I3. So if I use the same principles that I used before and I copy this down, we're going to go back into the other view. You can see for item B and item C that it put basically the zero here, the nil. So what has happened is when I copied that, I wanted it to always refer to this cell, to always refer to the sales tax. However, because these are considered, when I copied it down, it treated them like relative references, and that's not what I want. So what I want to do is to delete those, and then if I click, easier said than done, if I click between the column heading and the row heading, and now if I press F4, it puts those dollar signs before the column heading and the row heading. I've made that absolute, and I'm going to press enter. So now when I copy this down, you will see that this first one is relative. It changed based upon the row it was being copied to. However, it is always referring to this cell because I've made it absolute. So when I go back to this view, you can now see that tax was assigned appropriately in this case because now Excel knows regardless of where I copy that formula, it is always going to refer to this particular cell.